So, today I'm here to give you a little bit of an introduction to the weapon that we selected for Slasher and why we selected that weapon in the first place and really kind of the inspiration for it, and the cool possibilities of it. Really, the weapon came out of necessity from production. With the nature of our entertainment, the model, at least at this point, doesn't really work with having a composed score tie into it. We needed some kind of signal to the audience that the killer was going to be there, just like every great slasher. And the Halloween theme, gives you some great cues, and everybody loves that theme. Freddy, he's got, 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, better lock your door. 5, 6, pick up some sticks. 7, 8, don't masturbate. 9, 10, sing it again. Anyway, and then you got Jason with the Well, we were looking for something unique, and what we came up with was this. Chains. Now, you may ask, a chain, that's the slasher killer's weapon. Well, Freddy uses a glove, and Jason a machete, and Mike a knife, and Leatherface a chainsaw that really doesn't cut through anywhere near as many things as he claims it does. Well, one, it's not just a chain, but we'll get to that. But a chain, you can do a lot with a chain. You can punch somebody with a chain. Boom! Strangle someone with a chain. You can hang someone with a chain. You can whip someone with a chain. There's a lot of possibilities of a chain. But, like I said, it really came out of the necessity alone of just the sound. And when you hear those chains are coming, you better be a-running. Now, the inspiration for the chains, oddly enough, came from a play I used to see in my childhood. We used to go for Christmas to see the Madison Square Garden Christmas Carol in New York. And my favorite scene in the whole thing, I remember it literally bit by bit, was where Scrooge's partner comes to visit him in the night. And explains how he's tied down in chains, and it's the weight of all the people that he screwed over through his life, and how he's stuck in an eternity of being weighted down by these chains, and Scrooge is going to have many more than he. And it gets into this incredible dance routine, and there's all dead zombies and ghosts coming down from the rafters, and they used to have them hanging from the ceiling, and they were all covered in chains, and they did this song, and it was link by link, my chain is getting longer, link by link, and so forth. By the way, I am willing to take on a recording contract, so so anyway, that brings us to the second part, which has two inspirations and a lot more uses. A grappling hook. We played with a lot of ideas of what to put on the end of this chain, and the fact of the matter was we just weren't really sold on them. We were going to just put a blade at the end. Then we talked for a really long time about a hook. You'd be able to catch them and reel them in. But a hook is a little bit difficult to use because, number one, it's only one-sided. So, if you throw it and the wrong side is forward, you're just going to slap them. It's a little dumb. So, we went with the grappling hook. Number one, we're trying to really make this realistic. And the slasher killer needs to be able to get around and kind of, show up in all these mysterious places very quickly, and you don't know how they got there. And, the grappling hook is very tactile. You could climb with it, all sorts of things like that. But see, here's the other thing. Listen to the sound of this hitting the floor. The thing is heavy. It's made of iron, so that this way you could chuck it on buildings and you don't have to worry about it breaking or anything. It's meant to hold, more than one person's body weight. You can see the serrated edges. It's sharp. So not only is it tactile, but it's also a pretty good bludgeoning weapon. You could kind of go this way, smash someone's head in. You could go this way. You could catch them with the hook. Not only would you catch them, you'd probably rip their throat open. It's a sincerely dangerous weapon. So inspiration on this, really two different sources. One, he uses a grappling hook, so why not have our killer use one? I've always thought of the Dark Knight as a slasher villain to a degree, but the only difference is his prey are criminals. Think about the way he stalks them, the way he just appears in the shadows, and it's very slasher villain. So I'm not about to use a flying bat disc, but this is pretty cool. Inspiration number 2, a little game that me and my friends used to play on a video game console in the 90s. Everybody always wanted to play as one of 2 characters, and one of them wielded a spear weapon that he would throw out and get over here. Imagine the possibilities. Maybe down the road, maybe we will put a little spear on the front of that, so this way it pierces, because this is collapsible, which is kind of cool. So this thing actually collapses in, so if there was a pointy spear at the end, we could whoosh, and then pop that and rip them back. Lots and lots and lots we can do with that. So hope you enjoyed, and demand some slasher.